when I saw him, the only memory I had of him was him sitting on top of my mother, strangling her. That's the only thing that I could remember of. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Life with Unomsadlasa. Today I am so excited. We've reached 400 subscribers. To everybody who subscribed, you are definitely welcome, and thank you for joining our family. And if you are new, please do subscribe and join the family. Guys, you have no idea, I'm so excited, and how I wish I could jump up and down to show you how grateful I am to everybody who subscribed. Thank you. I really appreciate you. May God bless you. So guys, what I want to talk about, as you see from the title of my video, I want to talk about a childhood trauma. The reason why I want to talk about a childhood trauma, it's because as parents, we have a role that we play in our children's traumatic experiences. The reason why I'm saying that, we allow our children, not necessarily allow, but sometimes we are the cause our children are traumatized. The fighting, the swearing at each other as parents, all those things we do, So when I grew up, so I was raised, I'm sure you've seen on my previous video, I was talking about my dad passing away in my hands. That was actually my stepdad that I'm talking about. I'm still gonna do a video about being raised by a step parent. So I grew up with my biological dad, which we left him with my mom, I think when I was about 2, 3, 4, I can't really remember, So, but when I moved in with my stepdad, to be honest, I didn't know that my stepdad was my stepdad. I thought it was my dad, because before we left my biological dad, we stayed we stayed alone with my mother, and then we moved now with my stepdad. So for me, I thought it was the same person. So you can see I really left my biological dad at a very young age. So then when I was old, I think I was doing grade 9, I got to meet my biological dad. When I met him, when I saw him, the only thing I could remember of my dad, of my biological father, the only flashback, the only memory I had of him was him sitting on top of my mother, strangling her. That's the only thing that I could remember of my dad when I saw him. So me seeing his face triggered that traumatic experience, that traumatic scene that I witnessed, which I can't remember how old I was, but I was very young. So that's why I want to talk about this. Good team. Children can forget izinto, other things, but most of the time they remember traumatic experiences which affects their adulthood, which affects their behavior at school, which affects most aspects of their lives. I thank God, good team, my experience, my traumatic experience, psychologically, it did not damage me. That is why I'm able to trust a man. That is why I was able to trust my husband. That is why I was able to know Uguti when a man physically abuses you, it is wrong. You don't stand for that. And I also thank the education that we have. But still, as much as we have that education, it doesn't help people who have been through so much. Because not everybody is psychologically and mentally strong, or rather fit. Some people, they're so damaged that they go around hurting other people because of what they've experienced. We see bullies at school. You ask yourself, why? It might be what they are going through at home. Guys, even the things we say to our children, they're very dangerous. They negatively impact our children's behavior. Even if, no matter how angry you are at your partner, don't do it in front of your children. And for me, I don't even see a reason for people to be physical. Why can't people sit down and talk about it? But you know why? They might have been raised in a physical background. They might have been physically abused, that the only thing they know is being physical. The only way they know how to fix things, the only way they know that would fix something is by being physical. Because all their childhood, they were physically abused. All in the name of, I want you to do right. Can't you do that in a manner that is not physical, sitting your child down? Guys, I'm not doing ngcwele. I was physical to my children, but I realized by being physical, you're not helping. All I'm saying is, in whatever we do, let's try and protect our children from traumatic experiences. What I'm saying, Guti, let's take care of our children. These traumas, they don't happen in our homes, even outside, at school, anywhere. From time to time, sit your child down, ask them how they feel, how was school, if there's anything that is bothering them, so that they don't bottle it up and it bursts when they're old and they start misbehaving. Not only men that are abusive, guys, there are women out there who are abusive. Like with my story, I could easily hate men to a point that I'd abuse them, because I'd still be having that anger of what my dad did to my mother. But because I know better, and I thank God, Guti, it didn't do much damage to me. That is why I'm bringing this awareness, Guti. Let's be careful of what we expose our children to, because it affects them when they grow up. It affects them. It affects their well-being even when they're still young. All I wanted to share, guys, Guti, let's be careful of what we expose our children to, because it affects them when they're adults. Let's protect our children. Let's not play a role in them being psychologically damaged. Rather, let's protect them. No matter how angry you are, first cool down. You sit your child down, you speak to them nicely. There are many institutions where you can get family counseling. Take your family, go for counseling. It's free. Go for family counseling. I think we need to go. I think it's high time we go to this family counseling, guys. Even if your family, even if you think your family is okay, there aren't any funny things, but you don't know what your children are going through. You don't know what your children witness when they're outside. Some children, they don't speak up when they're being abused. Only when they're older, then they start speaking up. By you going to this, getting counseling, your child might get, comfortable in speaking to a stranger, because most of the time our children also get abused by family members, and they promise to kill them. They promise to kill their family members. And if somebody promises to kill your parents, your mother, obviously you'll keep quiet. You won't tell your mother. You won't tell any family member. They might find it comfortable to speak to a stranger. Please let us use these services that the government is giving us for free. I'll leave the details on the description box below. Let's use these services, guys. They are free of charge. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and God bless.